doing all of... Damn it.
What's the crack, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's me again, Kazzie, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about all of the books that I bought in April. From the thumbnail, it looks like this one's going to be a lot of books, because, you know, no self-control. People keep leaving me unattended in Waterstones, and I haven't deleted the eBay app from my phone. That's how I end up with books. I know people have problems with like book hauls, but to me they are ways to figure out what new books are in the world and what books that people are interested in. So like, if you're watching this video and you're interested in seeing what books I'm interested in reading, then keep watching, because let's get into it. The first 4 books that I have to show you are actually repurchases, because, you know, I'm a savage and sometimes I misplace books that I own, or I see other editions of books that I love and I just need them. This is where charity shops are very handy, people. The first one I have to show you is technically not a repurchase. It's actually just a purchase, but I've read it. I listened to the audiobook last year, loved it, and never found an edition that I loved or that really piqued my curiosity to buy it. By the way, do you love my Captain America Mickey Mouse ears? I love them. Disney Store has awesome things for adults now. I love it. But that is The Diviners by Libba Bray. This is actually a hardback edition that I got from eBay. Isn't it gorgeous? Basically, The Diviners is 1920s, magic, mischief, flapper girls, psychics, and all that stuff. It is amazing. Do yourself a favor. Listen to the audiobook. January Lavoie does an incredible job. I've listened to the first 2 books in audiobook form, and I'm probably going to be listening to the 3rd one, Before the Devil Breaks You, on audiobook probably over the summer. I love this world so much, and I love this edition. Doesn't match at all with the other ones that I have, because why would that matter? Because like, not the entire series doesn't match. I also find this gorgeous edition of the Guernsey Literary and Potato Pie Society by Mary Ann Schaefer and Anne Barrows. This one was sitting out like on display at the Oxfam bookshop in Belfast, and I was like, you are coming home with me. I actually just got like a used edition on Amazon for like a penny, and I just paid the postage. But this one is just gorgeous. It is a gorgeous edition, and what I love most about this is that when it's in the buff, the spine has this gorgeous font all across it. It is stunning. I love this book so much when I read it. It's completely different to anything you would think you would read, because it's told in letter form. If you don't know what it's about, look it up on Goodreads. You will fall in love with the premise. Or you could watch the movie adaptation, which is probably on Netflix, I think. It's a decent adaptation. I will say that. It's a decent adaptation, but it omitted my favorite character. It's not bad though. I also have The Mists of Avalon by Marion Zimmer Bradley. A nice floppy edition. My edition of The Mists of Avalon is like that height, and the text is minuscule. I don't know how I managed to read that book when I did, because I felt like at the time 50 pages was some feat back then. But just look at the size of this font. Now think of the other one, but like half the size of that, considering that this page here had to be like this height. Yeah. As soon as I saw this one in the Oxfam bookshop, I knew it was coming home with me, because it's so tall. And I do want to reread it, but I don't want to be rereading it in minuscule font. And the other repurchase that I have is Star Trek Voyager Mosaic by Jerry Taylor. This is basically the story of Captain Catherine Janeway throughout her life as a youngster, teenager, Starfleet cadet, ensign, blah 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 blah, up until she becomes Captain Catherine Janeway. This is written by Jerry Taylor, as I said, who was an executive producer on Voyager, and he wrote a bunch of episodes, and so she basically knows Catherine Janeway inside and out. So what she says is gospel. That's the gospel truth. Some things in this book do correlate with the show itself, but some things have been like added just for the book. But nevertheless, it is about Janeway. She's my favorite. I'm going to read it. On to the other books in no particular order. Ironic that I say in no particular order, because this is the 2nd book in a series that I bought because I A, love the cover, B, read the inside jacket to see what it's about, get it home, add it on Goodreads, find out that this is the 2nd book. Nowhere does it say that it is a sequel to anything. But this is The True Queen by Zen show. This is basically about sorceresses. They wake up on this island, no idea how they got there. Their memories are disappeared. All they know is that salvation lies in Britain. So they travel across the Fairy Queen's realm, and to save her sister, Munya must learn to navigate Regency London's high society and trick the English into believing she's a magical protege. But when the Sorceress Royal's friends become accidentally embroiled in a plot involving the Fairy Queen's contentious succession, Munya is drawn right in. She must also find Sakti, break the curse, and somehow stay out of trouble. But if Fairyland's true queen does finally return, trouble may find her first. It sounded intriguing when I read the inside of it, and then I find out it's a sequel. So I'm gonna have to find the original first. But it is like stupidly expensive on Amazon. To get the other hardback edition of this, it's stupidly expensive. So I might have to do paperback. Also picked up Princess and the Fangirl by Ashley Poston. I don't know what way you pronounce her surname. If you know, please let me know. This is a companion novel to Geekerella, which I thoroughly loved. It is basically a Prince and the Pauper retelling, where the Princess Amara, played by Jessica Stone in Starfield, swaps places with the fangirl, Imogen Lovelace, who is basically convention royalty. She knows the insides and outs of convention floors because she was basically raised in one. Her parents have a booth at a convention, and she looks kind of like Jessica. So they swap places, and all hijinks happen from there. I love it. It warmed my little fangirly heart. If you're not into science fiction, like Star Wars, Star Trek, Marvel, DC, anything like that, this book might go over your heads. Just saying. When I did my Sanctuary recommended reads video, somebody actually commented on my Instagram to pick up The Natural History of Dragons, a memoir by Lady Trent, written by Marie Brennan. I read the synopsis of this, and it seemed like something completely out of Sanctuary, because this Lady Trent, she goes about studying dragons and what they mean to people, and it just seemed amazing. So I was just like, I'm going to pick this up. I might go into it completely blind. I don't know, because I don't know anything about it right now. A book that I've been wanting to pick up for a while now, and I think that I'm going to bring this on my holiday with me at the end of May. Even though my holiday kind of cuts into my fangirl TBR for May, because this book is not fangirl related. It might be. It could be construed as a bit of a fangirl thing, because it's all about film industry and that's kind of what I wanted to study. But then I went down the drama and English route, not the film studies. And that is Everything Leads to You by Nina LaCour. I heard about this book through Haley in Bookland. She has talked about this book and she really liked it. It follows Emmy, who has been entrusted by the brother's apartment in LA for the summer as a graduation gift, but she isn't sure how to fulfill his one condition, that something great take place. Girl, same. She may be a talented young production designer, already beginning to thrive in the competitive film industry, but she still feels like an average teen floundering when it comes to romance. Same. But when Emmy and her friend Charlotte discover a mysterious letter at the estate sale of a Hollywood film legend, Emmy finds herself chasing down the loose ends of a movie icon's hidden life. The search leads her to uncover a decades-old secret and the potential for something truly epic. Love. Oh my gosh, yes. Every time I read the synopsis for this, I'm just like, I really want to read this. So I'm hoping I'll like this. I also picked up The Final Empire, which is the first book in the Mistborn trilogy. Everybody keeps calling it Mistborn. Like the first book is called Mistborn. It's not. It's called The Final Empire. This is by Brandon Sanderson, if I didn't mention it. I've been getting into Brandon Sanderson this year. I listened to the audiobook for Warbreaker in January. Loved it. I read Skyward in February. Loved it. And so I kind of figured, well, what's next? I might as well go on to The Final Empire. I was waiting until I found the right edition of this book, but then I just thought, just dive in. Just get it. You know you want to. And I was like, okay. I have no real idea how to communicate what this book is about. It's just basically, what if the Dark Lord won? Allomancy, the power of a Mistborn. That's all I know. I'm stupid. For thousands of years, the Lord Ruler reigned with absolute power and ultimate terror, divinely invincible. Every attempted revolt has failed miserably. naturally. A new kind of uprising is being planned, one that depends on the cunning of a brilliant criminal mastermind and the courage of an unlikely heroine, a ska street urchin who must learn to master elemency, the power of a Mistborn. Ooh, a heroine. Not a lot of people have mentioned that when they talk about Mistborn. I always assumed it was just about a fella. Balls. And the last 4 books that I have to show you are all biographies of Katharine Hepburn, because you know me, I love Katharine Hepburn. So I have Kate Remembered, Katharine Hepburn, a personal biography by A. Scott Berg. By the way, these are all from eBay. The Real Kate, a personal biography of Katharine Hepburn by Charlotte Chandler. A life commemoration of Katharine Hepburn's life, which is basically a picture book with some paragraphs here and there, but it has an ISBN code at the back, so that's going through Goodreads because I'm not above cheating. And the last book that just arrived today in time for this video, and one that I am very, very excited to read by Katharine Hepburn, is Katharine Hepburn Rebel Chic. And this is a collection of essays about her style throughout her career and like her personal life and her cinematic career. Oh my damn. I am very excited to read this. I just flicked through it earlier and I was geeking out over the photographs. Even when the book is in the buff, it is like so Katharine Hepburn. It's so simple, just like this. It just looks like a Vogue cover. And then the spine is just black. I am in love. Each essay is kind of interspersed with photographs like this, like her outfit here, which was for a London production of Shaw's The Million Heiress, and then this is the sketch of the dress. My favorite one, hang on, I'll find it here because oh my goodness, this is just stunning. This is her outfit from Stage Door when she's like saying the calla lilies are in bloom. Just look at that. That's her dress there. I never for a second thought that the belt was that color. I always thought the dress was white, not just like this off cream. And then this belt is incredible. And also the wedding dress in the Philadelphia Story, if you've ever watched the Philadelphia Story, it's actually pink. I don't know whether you can see that on camera, but I always thought it was white or cream. Because like Tracy, she's getting married for the 2nd time. Naturally, she couldn't wear white because, you know, she's not worthy of white. But it's actually pink. Pink. It was a soft pink. I was like, I never would have imagined that being a soft pink. But I am in love with all of these photographs because some of these I've never even seen before. I think the first time I saw that white and gold dress from the Philadelphia Story, I was in love. And it's an iconic outfit. I love it. So I have all of these Katharine Hepburn biographies to read for my fangirl month of reading because yes! And I have Voyager to read as well. I am living for a lot of these books. Some of these I've already read. Some of them I'm very much looking forward to reading or reading again. Let me know in the comments down below which one of these have piqued your interest, or are any of these on your TBR that you need to get to, or which ones of these actually do you want me to get to quickly, which ones do you want me to prioritize. Let me know. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video.